Imagine this. You're in the middle of a forest, and the night is closing in. Darkness surrounds you, thick and consuming, and all you have is a lantern in your hand. But it's unlit. The question gnaws at you. How will I find my way? This is the story of a traveler, someone not unlike you or me, who believed that the answers to his journey, the light he needed to find his way, existed somewhere out there. All he had to do was keep searching. With every step, the forest grew darker, the path more uncertain. The branches seemed to whisper doubts. The ground beneath him felt unstable. And yet, he pressed on, convinced that somewhere ahead, a light would emerge to guide him. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment when you feel lost. You've done everything you can. You've walked, and still, the light doesn't come. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. Why can't I find the light? Why does everything feel so dark? But what if I told you the traveler had been looking in the wrong place all along? What if the light he so desperately sought wasn't out there? At that moment, something within him stirred, a quiet realization, like a soft whisper in the wind. Why do you carry an unlit lantern, waiting for the light to come from outside? What if the light I've been searching for is within me? In the stillness, he found it, a small, steady flame within his own heart. It wasn't a fire from the outside world. It was his own inner light, his strength, his wisdom, and all along, it had been waiting for him to notice. Suddenly, the forest that once seemed so dark, so overwhelming, didn't feel quite so intimidating. The path was still winding, the journey still long, but the traveler was no longer afraid. He had discovered the most important truth of all. The light was never outside. The light was always within him. Think about that for a moment. How often do we wait for someone, something, anything to come and save us from the darkness we feel? We tell ourselves we're lost. We convince ourselves the answers are out there, somewhere. But maybe, just maybe, the light we're searching for is already inside us, waiting to be found. And just like that, the traveler continued his journey, but now with a different perspective. He no longer feared the unknown. He no longer waited for the world to bring him light. He carried it within himself, and that light was more powerful than any flame he could have found in the external world. And so, the question is, what about you? What about your journey? Have you been walking through the dark, waiting for someone to light your way? Maybe the time has come to stop searching outside yourself. Maybe the flame is already there, inside you, quiet but strong. The path ahead might be uncertain. The world might still seem dark at times. But remember this, you are the light. You carry the flame that can guide your way. And when you finally realize that, when you trust in your own inner strength, the world itself begins to change. Not because it becomes easier, but because you have become the light that illuminates your path. The light you seek has been within you all along. If this story resonated with you, reflect on your own journey. What light have you been waiting for? And what flame already exists within you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this journey together.